Video, I'm going to show you how to speed up your computer, especially if you have an old computer and you've noticed that it's been running slow lately and it's becoming almost unusable. There's a few tricks that I have to show you to make it faster. Beyond the obvious of uninstalling any software that you no longer need, or any software that you don't use anymore, so you can uninstall those. That's gonna get rid of unused space on your computer. Also, some of those softwares, they have components that start with Windows, and that slows down the boot up process of the computer. So if you don't need them, just remove them, so your computer runs faster. But this is not what I'm showing you here, because also depending on the computer, some like each computer has softwares that people install. So what softwares I have, you will not have, and what you have, I may not have. So what I'm showing you is common software components that we're gonna disable. So in particular, what I'm showing you here is the Windows search feature. So Windows, they have their file system. You have photos every time you import pictures to your computer, or copy files from somewhere, or generate files. Windows makes a database of all those files on your computer. So when you're looking for them, if you don't know where the file is, and you go in Windows and try to search for a file, instead of searching the whole hard drive for the file, it looks through a database. So this is supposed to make the search process faster. But actually, in the case of Windows, it actually slows down the system, because it's constantly running in the background. Every time you add a file or delete a file, it's going to add it in the database. So it does it in a very inefficient process. I have seen this in other operating systems, like the iOS for Apple, or some other systems. It runs perfect, but in Windows, it's just constantly running in the background, slowing the system down. So here's how to disable it. So you're gonna click the Start menu. You're gonna type Services. Okay. Now keep in mind, you may not be able to open that Services window, because if your Windows account is not an admin user, like if someone created the account for you and they didn't give you full permission, you may not have access to this. Or if you're using a work if you're using a work computer, they usually lock it down to prevent access from certain components, so this may not be accessible to you. So if it doesn't, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that. So these are all the services, all the Windows services on my computer. So I'm gonna scroll down to Windows Search. So this is the Windows Search service. So you double click it. By default, it's set to automatic. So I'm going to turn it to disabled, because I don't want it. It's a nuisance to me, and most people that I have done this for them, they tell me right away the computer is a lot faster. So you click Apply and you click Stop. Takes a few seconds. If for whatever reason you change your mind, you can do the same process and put this back to automatic. But for me, I always, even with my new computer, I don't notice any any significant drop because of this, but I prefer to disable it because it's useless anyway. So this is one thing you can do. The other thing is Windows Update. Windows Update is an important service. However, I like to also turn it off or put it to manual and only do an update when I think I need it. Windows Update is very important because Microsoft is constantly making improvement to Windows, adding new features, fixing bugs, fixing software problems in the system, or also if they discover any potential loophole in the system that will give hackers easy access to your computer, they close this right away. So I do recommend that you run Windows Update once in a while, maybe once a month, but I prefer to turn it off and only turn it on when I need it. So these are the two most important things that you can do on your computer to speed it up. I hope you find this helpful. If you did, please click like, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them if I can. Thank you.